Car Cost Canada provides the dealer's cost, a list of rebates, plus discounted interest rates. Use the promo code MOTORMOUTH to become an expert member and get access to exclusive and powerful savings. The link is in the description below.
Today we're looking at the Volvo S60 Polestar Engineered.
There's a lot to unbox with this car. We have to sort of open it all up, talk about what it is and what they're trying to do at Volvo, and then we'll put it all back together and see if it merits the price, okay?
Okay.
Let's start off first of all with the looks.
Done a pretty good job with the look. It has a very sophisticated sedan look, a lot of sharp edges. Kind of reminds me of a Jag or even maybe an Audi A4. The back end is kind of square looking. It has the 19-inch wheels that make it a little sporty, but overall I think it's got quite an elegant sedan look to it.
Handsome. Now, this one is Polestar Engineered. As I mentioned, we're going to unbox all that in a moment. But the thing to note on the outside, gold brake calipers. I haven't seen gold used before. And inside it's mirrored with gold seat belts. Would you go for that?
I wouldn't, personally. I'm not a big fan. It's funny you mentioned the seat belts because it almost looks like a mustard yellow to me.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
All right, I kind of agree with you. It's not to my taste. And they have the very subtle Polestar badge. Now, let's get in the car. Let's explain what Polestar Engineered and what Polestar is, because a lot of people aren't aware of that. And then we'll talk about this car specifically. All right?
Sounds good.
You want to drive?
Of course. Of course.
What the heck is going on? 90% of the people that watch these videos don't subscribe. So hit the like, subscribe, and notification tabs to watch more videos. All right, back to the Volvo S60 Polestar review. Okay, do you know what a Polestar is?
I don't.
Okay. All right. You know what AMG is, though, right?
I do.
Okay, that's their performance division of Mercedes-Benz.
Yeah.
Well, AMG wasn't owned by Mercedes-Benz. It was a separate company in Volterbach, Germany, and they made performance parts and race cars, and they became so associated with the Mercedes brand that Mercedes actually bought them. So that's why we have AMG Mercedes.
That's interesting. I would never have thought that. I thought it was all Mercedes from the get-go.
All right, now we're going to go to Sweden. Göteborg, Gothenburg, southern Sweden, where Volvo is from. Another little racing team there called Polestar, modifying Volvo cars and racing in basically their touring car championship. Same thing. They took Polestar into Volvo, and now the parent company Geely, which is a Chinese brand, and they've changed it into Cyan Racing.
Okay.
For the Chinese market as well.
Right.
So just like Mercedes-Benz makes AMG cars for them, Polestar makes Polestar Engineered cars
for Volvo.
For Volvo, and that's what we're driving in.
Okay.
Now, to take it up one next level, this is why we got to unbox all of this.
Yes.
All of the pure Polestar cars are going to be fully electric.
Fully electric.
And that is going to be a rival to Tesla. So this is kind of like a tuned car from Polestar.
Sure.
All right, that's what we're driving.
Impressive.
Now, what they do to this is they make it obviously using the hybrid system. This is a plug-in hybrid to optimize that for power, and also they've added on those gold calipers.
Yep, that we talked about.
They have a special suspension in this car that is adjustable. There's struts underneath the hood that you can adjust, and so on. So, with all of that, this is a plug-in hybrid performance car. What are your first thoughts?
I think it's great. The power is incredible. The handling, amazing. It is just so impressive.
So basically what they've done is they've taken the plug-in hybrid system from the XC90, you know, their full-size SUV, and the XC60 and put it in a sedan.
Yes.
And when you take a hybrid system and you put it in a smaller car like this, you get a performance car.
And you can feel it.
Yeah, 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 4.3 seconds, but that's a full second slower than the Tesla Model 3 Performance. So this car has a lot of power, 415 horsepower, but almost 500 pound-feet of torque at 494 pound-feet of torque. That's if the battery is able to assist all the time. Now, what's the range on this thing? Do you know?
Yeah, I do know it's 30 kilometers.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
And
that's not a lot.
no, but it's there to assist the gasoline engine when it can to reduce the overall consumption. That's the idea. I don't think you should look at this car as just being electric car. It's
No,
there.
you can't.
You can't, because it's not in the same comparison. So you drove this the other day when the battery had kind of depleted down and you were just using the turbo 4-cylinder gas engine. What did you think of it?
The power was great. No problem at all.
Yeah, so it has 28 horsepower just with the gasoline engine. So that's not bad. Now, one of the things is that this car doesn't live in a vacuum, right?
No.
Like, who would you think it competes against off the top of your head?
Well, I would say it competes with the Audi S4, the BMW M3, the Mercedes.
Not so much the Mercedes C63, because that's just a rear-wheel drive car. It's quite different, in my opinion. I don't think it really competes. But there is a dark horse that I want to get into. First of all, I want to ask you, what do you think this thing costs?
From my experience, any plug-in hybrid is expensive. So I want to say that it's $60,000+ depending on options.
This car starts at $80,000.
Whoa!
That's a lot of money.
Holy smokes!
And this one has the metallic paint, and it has one extra feature. I think it's the exhaust finishers on the back that bring the price to $82,000. You can, which I love a wagon, get a wagon version of this, but it's $2,000 more than that. So that's this car is $82,000.
I think I'm in shock.
It's a lot of money. I just think that there's a dark horse at play here. BMW. What's a direct competitor to this? A 3 Series?
Yeah.
BMW just introduced a plug-in hybrid 3 Series, a new updated version to compete against this. Now, it is down on horsepower, but it is way cheaper, all right?
Okay.
So that is called the BMW 330e. It has 288 horsepower. It's available with rear-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, and exactly the same electric range. It starts at $47,000.
Whoa.
The the all-wheel drive one is $57,000, and I loaded it with I ticked every single box that you could possibly tick on that car. Fully loaded is $69,000. So even a fully loaded one is fully $13,000 less than this.
So why price it so high?
But here's the thing is the performance increase worth that huge amount of money?
Well, it depends on budget. Let's be realistic here. If you want to go and spend $80,000 on a plug-in hybrid,
Volvo.
high performance Volvo, go for it. But you could buy the plug-in hybrid BMW for much less. And BMW has brand recognition for producing performance vehicles.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, it is not the same horsepower. I mean, it's 288 horsepower versus 415 horsepower. But but why is somebody buying this car? They're buying it because they want to represent some sort of ecological footprint, right?
Sure.
And so they're motivated by that. So that's something to think about. Now, the other one is the S4 that you mentioned, fully loaded is $72,000, so $10,000, fully loaded with everything in it. And a Tesla Model 3 Performance that is faster than this and is fully electric is $76,000.
Yeah.
But that doesn't have the same interior as this. So let's just talk about that for a moment. What do you think of all of this?
Well, I know that Volvo wanted the simplicity inside this vehicle, and I think that they've captured that. It looks a lot like a Tesla to me with the screen. It's got that vertical screen, whereas a lot of manufacturers have that long horizontal screen. I think that Volvo does a beautiful job with their interior. They have always done that. It has beautiful stitching. It has super comfortable seats, and they use good materials. It makes you feel like you are always in a luxurious car.
You feel like
I mean, you're paying $80,000 for this.
What I'm saying is
for
you're paying the money. It better well feel nice.
Yeah.
I sat on the back seat, and actually quite a roomy back seat. Once you're in, there's plenty of leg room, plenty of headroom. It too is very, very comfortable. So it's a functional 5-seater if you need it once in a while, sort of sedan. I think they did that well. So our neighbor just got a Volvo. She got an XC60, the mid-size SUV. What was the one thing she said to you she liked about that car?
The interior.
No, but what? That.
Oh yeah, she brought that up, didn't she? Yeah.
This little Swedish flag on the seat.
You're right.
Is what, of all of the things about her new Volvo, that's what she remembered. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
The way people are wired and what gets them excited.
And I told her she's going to love it because of the interior,
Yeah.
just how beautiful it is.
Yeah.
There's only one thing,
Mm-hmm.
is the shifter. They
Okay.
went for simplicity, but you have to shift twice to drive, shift twice to reverse. I don't get that.
It's probably some added Volvo safety thing. Is like, did I knock it or did I really want to put it in reverse to drive?
Yeah, but we all drive cars and we know how to shift once.
I would agree with you. It's one of those frustrating. Another thing for me, $80,000, there's no electric trunk. It pops up, but you got to pull it down manually.
Oh, that's crazy.
And if you're spending $80,000, there's so many SUVs that have power lift gates. I mean,
I'm sorry, that to me is unacceptable.
Yeah,
you
and
need to have that.
and you're used to pushing the button at 80 grand and walking away, and the trunk closes on its own. I just
For
think
sure.
like these are the sorts of things that you just go, that's a deal or no deal, no deal.
Yeah, no deal. No deal.
So I think we've kind of nailed down what the big issue is with this car. What is it?
Price.
Yeah, it's too expensive.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're thinking, pricing this car so much more than a Tesla equivalent.
Yeah, for sure. They've got to bring the price down to remain competitive. The exterior is in line with its competitors. I've always said Volvo does a great job with the interior. It's luxurious and it's a sophisticated looking sedan.
Just got to get the price down.
Yeah.
Car Cost Canada provides the dealer's cost, a list of rebates, plus discounted interest rates. Use the promo code MOTORMOUTH to become an expert member and get access to exclusive and powerful savings. The link is in the description below.